does it take to balance your role as a Member of Parliament with dual responsibilities as a cabinet minister? We get some insight from the Honourable Bal Gosal, Minister of State for Sport and MP for the riding of Bramalea-Gore-Malton in Ontario.
Thank you.
Welcome to our car wash. Thank you very much for coming.
Great doing this great thing. Bal?
MP Bal Gosal drops by CarStar's 10th annual charity car wash, where the community has come together to raise money for cystic fibrosis.
Again, thank you for such a great cause. You're raising funds, and a little token of appreciation on behalf of Government of Canada.
This is one of Gosal's many stops today that reflect the diversity of this multi-ethnic, multilinguistic riding, where almost 53% of residents are immigrants.
A lot of different religions as well. Punjabi community, South Asian community, Hindu community. There are a lot of gurdwaras, churches, mandirs, mosques like Muslim community, then Ahmadiyya community, then Filipino community, Sri Lankan community.
He highlights some issues residents approach his office about.
My office, probably busiest office in the country for immigration issues. Huge load, and visitor visas, parents, and grandparents immigration, spousal cases, adoption cases. Then there's PR card issues, citizenship, issues. Then there's UIC or Service Canada. So those are a lot of the meetings, and then different community meetings as well.
He'll work 12 to 14 hours on a typical day in the riding, attending events, presenting certificates, making announcements, among many other duties.
I usually start on 9 o'clock and usually finish about 10:30 at night with the evening functions and car wash here, some store openings, some business openings, some barbecues. So it's always busy, and it's very exciting.
Next, we catch up with Gosal at 758 Argus Air Cadet Squadron's annual inspection parade. How have you grown in your role as a minister and an MP since you were elected in 2011?
Well, first of all, when I got elected first time in 2011, May 11, it was a great honor, to serve such a great country. I couldn't contain myself. Mr. Speaker, I think I speak for everyone in this House when I say that Canada's athletes are a source of pride and inspiration for all Canadians across the country.
Gosal, who worked in the financial services industry before entering politics, was elected to the House of Commons in May 2011. Shortly after, he was appointed as Minister of State for Sport.
When you get a call from the Prime Minister's office for a meeting and get the portfolio, I think that was even the biggest shock of my life.
He notes people don't realize his duties within the ministry and his responsibilities as an MP are different. He runs both offices separately.
A lot of people think, you just go to Ottawa and come back. You don't realize that, your day starts at 7:30 in the morning, and sometimes you don't get back by 10:30. Your committee meetings, your department meetings, then a House of Commons question period, then bills, representation with Member of Parliament, and as a minister, you have two different roles.
A former soccer coach, community volunteer, and founding member of the Ontario Federation of Sports and Cultural Organizations, he's had the chance to try several sports for the first time since his appointment.
Sports is such an active portfolio, and you get to learn the country of Canada, get to learn different sports. And I played soccer through my college and university, and then get to learn winter and summer sports. I've tried cross-country skiing, bobsleigh, rugby, curling, and other different sports.
I got national in Saskatchewan in September.
Later, at King of the Ring Boxing MMA Fitness Club in Brampton, the minister meets with some of Ontario's up-and-coming athletes.
So today I met Azim Khan, who's been a 4-time Ontario champion in boxing, and I'm going to take a couple lessons from him in the ring. And these are the kids who are going to represent us in 2015 Pan American Games.
Before getting into the ring for a few rounds, he spoke with us about his portfolio, which falls under the Department of Canadian Heritage.
The Government of Canada is in charge of all amateur sport in Canada. Sport Canada spends $200 million on amateur sport in Canada. So me and my department are responsible for that $200 million.
The money is spent on 3 different funding streams: athlete assistance programs, hosting programs where various national sports organizations receive funding to host national and international events like the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Canada in 2014.
Then there's national sports organizations. We have 53 national sports organizations across the country. We fund all the national sports organizations so they can deliver, sports, program to all across the country.
Tell me about some of the highlights over the last couple of years, including the Olympics in London.
Oh, my first experience was with the Pan Am Games in Guadalajara. Amazing when you see Canadian, athletes competing there. They give it their all, and you cheer on them. That's amazing. The London was, even amazing experience. 212 countries. When you see those Canadian kids with Canadian flags and T-shirts representing our country, and stand on the podium, you get that great feeling cheering on them. When you see them firsthand, and you see how hard they train. So every single minute of your time in London is a great experience and a great eye-opener to see our Canadian athletes compete.
Gosal is looking forward to the Pan and Para-Pan American Games in Toronto in 2015.
It's going to be great games, largest multi-sport games on Canadian soil in the history. 10,000 athletes and officials, coming to Toronto, and Government of Canada is spending $500 million, $500 million on infrastructure, legacy, and federal essential services.
As busy as he is, Gosal took time to reflect on his commitment to serve the people who elected him.
They selected me to represent them, so my first duty is to represent them, in Ottawa. Then, as a minister, I have duties, as a Government of Canada. So it's all a mixture. You have to have a balance to, distribute your time accordingly.
Minister Gosal will continue his efforts to ensure all Canadians, no matter their age or background, can harness the power of sport to live healthier, more active lives. Reporting from Bramalea-Gore-Malton in Ontario, I'm Heather Seaman.